Hey everybody, Jeremy here, and welcome to part 4 of my massive gigantic Funko Pop unbagging. So if you're new here, this is a little mini series that I'm doing in which I'm showing you every single Funko Pop that I own. I have them all stored away in big old trash bags. I'm going through them one by one and showing you the complete collection. So if you've missed any part of this little mini series, parts 1, 2, and 3 will be linked in the description of this video, so you can go back and see everything that you've missed. So now let's get to part 4. Now I'm thinking that this video is going to consist mostly of larger pops, like 6-inch pops, because that's what I'm seeing in this bag. But nonetheless, we're going to pull them out one by one in no particular order, and the first one that we have here, it's not a pop, but it's a Dorbs Ride from WreckItRalph. This is from the 2016 Summer Convention exclusive, Hot Topic exclusive. And inside here we have Vanellope. I said Penelope. Vanellope with her candy cart. So yeah, I was really on the fence about whether or not I was going to get this, and I was just really drawn by how crazy that car is. I mean, look at all those sweets and cookies and candies that make it up, and there's glitter all on it. I just thought this Dorbs Ride was just really well done, and the design was just, it was so whimsical and crazy. And you know, that's why I picked this up, and I was really thinking about this for like 5 minutes before I actually decided to pull the trigger on it. But yeah, I definitely don't regret that I got this. And Wreck-It Ralph is a fantastic movie. We need a sequel. We need it now. Now we're getting into the pop territory. Now this is a big one, the Colossal Titan from Attack on Titan. I have not kept up with this show as much as I should have, but you know, maybe I will eventually. But yeah, 6-inch pops I really like, and this massive Colossal Titan with the muscles on the outside and all those teeth that wrap around his entire jaw. I mean, he just looks awesome. And this was a very good show. I got through like season 1, or at least most of season 1, and I need to go back to it, but pretty great pop, this guy. Entering into the realm of video games, we have Alduin from the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Now, he is a dragon, and he's a very basic dragon. You see, we got some red in the eyes, and then the scales are really more of a bluish black. So not a whole lot of paint detail on this guy, but the actual sculpting detail is actually pretty well done. And me being a big fan of video games and Skyrim in particular, that's why I got him. And in past videos, parts 2 and part 3 and maybe even part 1, there's always been something from Skyrim in those videos. So Alduin is just the biggest one out of this Skyrim collection. You know, my wife gives me a hard time for not taking more time to look at this show, and shame on me. But it is the Iron Throne from Game of Thrones, and the box is a little bit beat up there. But anyway, this was also a New York Comic Con exclusive. I believe it was exclusive to Hot Topic, and all we have here is the Iron Throne. A pretty fun thing that I was doing with the Iron Throne when I still had this out of the box and displaying it is I would put one Funko Pop on the Iron Throne to sort of reign above all the others. And at one point I put John Cena on the throne because it just seemed appropriate. But I really do think that no matter what, I'm going to have to take this Iron Throne out, and I'm going to have to put a pop on it. So let me know, what pop would you like to see as champion of my Iron Throne? I was really excited about this one when I saw it in stores, and I believe I got this from GameStop. It is the Captain America Civil War Giant Man. Very appropriate because he's a 6-inch pop and he is massive, he is huge. It's basically a really big Ant-Man. In fact, that's exactly what it is. And he is pretty cool because, of course, he is absolutely massive. Here's all the other pops that we could have gotten from the Civil War line. I think the only ones that I don't have, I didn't get Falcon because I think he was also a Hot Topic exclusive and I never saw him. But I got just about everyone except for Falcon. Agent 13 looked boring, and Crossbones, I don't have him because I didn't want him. But I got everyone else and then some. This is a show that I grew up with when I was just a wee lad. Sesame Street, and we got Big Bird here. This is the non-flocked version of Big Bird. And yes, this box, and I think a lot of other boxes in this bag may have taken the brunt of some crushed damage. But anyway, I got this big bird well before the flocked one came out. Of course, I would prefer the flocked one, but you know, I just didn't get them, and I'm not too sure where I could have gotten them. But anyway, yeah, this is another one of those childhood nostalgia things. And he's big bird. He's a big bird. I don't know. It's Sesame Street. You either like it or you don't. And I did. We're gonna stay on Sesame Street for one more little segment because here's the Snuffleupagus 2015 Summer Convention exclusive. He is flocked. This is actually one of my favorite pops. It really is one of my favorite pops because I'm a big fan of the 6-inch line in general, and I love the fact that I got a flocked Snuffleupagus. He feels so nice, it's so soft, and then they did a great job of really capturing Snuffy here, you know. So there's his big purple droopy lip in the long trunk, and I think this was from Barnes and Noble. Another one of my favorite pops, and I've said it before, is the Big Daddy from BioShock. Not just because I like BioShock and I like the series, but just this pop in general. I think they did a really good job on this Big Daddy. So much detail, you know. You can't see it in the box, but that drill that he has on his right arm is really well done. I love the colors, lots of different colors on this guy. The sculpting work was done superbly. And I also got the little sister there. You can see the little sister in part 3 of this little series. But yeah, it's so good, you know. And I don't know if a lot of people share the same sentiments about this Big Daddy pop as I have, but this is definitely one of my top 5 favorite pops as far as design, as far as size, and as far as anything. Believe it or not, guys, we're actually winding down to our last few pops because since these are big boxes, they took up a lot of space in this giant bag. But here's something else from BioShock, but from BioShock Infinite, and this is Songbird from BioShock Infinite. This was a really good game. It was a very different take on BioShock. Instead of being under the sea, we were high in the clouds, and this Songbird was just one of the central antagonists, if you will, in that game. And this Songbird is also done, you know, very well, very elegant. I still prefer the Big Daddy over this Songbird, but this Songbird is still done very well. I don't have any of the other pops in this series. I never got Booker DeWitt or Elizabeth. The only one that I really wanted was Songbird, but I really think it would have been cool if they had came out with Motorized Patriots. That would have been great. Just a pop depiction of Ben Franklin or George Washington with giant Gatling guns. Maybe that would have been a bit too much for Funko. I don't know, but it would have been cool. Now with this 6-inch pop, they made the box a little bit smaller, and it kind of makes sense. But this is Winston from Overwatch. If you ever played Overwatch, super popular, very nice competitive multiplayer game. And just for a little comparison, you know, here's the box with Songbird, and this is the box with Winston. You see the big difference in the sizes between these two boxes? So they really trimmed it down. I'm not too sure if they still have the smaller 6-inch boxes these days, but this is a lot more friendly. It's more compact. But anyway, Winston is just one of the characters that you can play in Overwatch. And you know, I don't own Overwatch. I've watched a lot of people play Overwatch, but like I said, I was just a big fan of 6-inch pops in general. So whenever I could scoop one up and I was vaguely familiar with the character that was that it was based off of, then I just pretty much went with it. Alright, last one, my friends, is the last pop in the bag, and it is our good friend Thanos. This is from Guardians of the Galaxy. We will see him again, of course, and this is a dusty box. He was at the very bottom of the bag. But I got this Thanos from Hot Topic, and he is a very cool pop. Unfortunately, he does not come with an Infinity Gauntlet. That would have been great. In fact, let me just get a pop of just the Infinity Gauntlet. I want a 6-inch Infinity Gauntlet pop. If we can have the Iron Throne, why not the Infinity Gauntlet? I'm just saying. But anyway, yeah, cool pop, really huge bobbly head, and I don't have any other ones except for some exclusive Baby Groot and Rocket Raccoon. That's like the only other one from Guardians of the Galaxy that I have. So there you have it. This was a shorter video than all the other ones, but this comprised almost entirely of 6-inch pops. Now I don't know if I have any other 6-inch pops. There's a possibility, but it does look like I threw the majority of the 6-inchers inside of the same bag. So I have, I think, 1 or 2 more bags left. Every time I go down there, I go, oh, whoa, there's another bag. I have to do another video. But there's 1 or 2 more bags left, so that means that there's 1 to 2 more videos left of this massive unbagging. And if you want to see those videos, make sure that you subscribe to this channel so that you won't miss them. All right, thank you all so much for watching. I'm going to go put these pops away. And until next time, I'm Jeremy, and I'll talk to you later.